Welcome to the Engineering, Emotions, and Energy Podcast, where you can relax, recharge, and reconnect. And now, your host, Justin Wink.
Welcome to the show. Justin here. As the intro lets you know, so happy to have you listening. Thanks for following, subscribing, and I'm sure you probably rated the show 5 stars at some point by now. What? You haven't? Well, would definitely love it if you did. Today, I'm going to be talking about your ultimate life resume. So I'm going to explain what that is, but more importantly, why does it matter? Are you worried about the economy or layoffs? I know my company just announced that they're going to be doing some layoffs, some workforce reduction was the term that they used. Understandably, many people are worried. You might be worried. I, on the other hand, I'm not worried. And I don't think you need to be worried either, because I've done something multiple times and I teach this. It's called the ultimate life resume. Yeah, I want to tell you about it. It's something that's in my upcoming book, Engineered to Love, Going Beyond Success to Fulfillment, using practical tools to relax, recharge, and reconnect. And this is actually one of the practical tools that helps you reconnect and recharge, because when you know yourself, it's energizing and you can feel like secure and you can let go of some of that fear. And I also have a little something special because my birthday is coming up this week. So recording this 1 week before my birthday. And so you'll get to hear this a few days before my birthday. And so this is going to give you some time to take advantage of something that I would like to give to you. I know usually we like to get things on our birthday, yet I've just been so happy with all the stuff that comes into my life, from the people, the abundance, the opportunities, all this great stuff, that I want to give something back to you who's listening, and to those of you that follow me on social media and wherever you're able to get this message. Even if you don't follow me and some friend just send you the link, and it's meant for you. So I want to offer something really special on my birthday, and that's the ability to actually do the ultimate life resume with me in a live session with a smallish group. So there will be limited people, and I'm doing it for a practically free, ridiculous price that's valid only through the end of my birthday, which is March 2nd. So if you're already listening to this after March 2nd, you missed the special thing. There's probably a way to get the recording. Just contact me if you're super interested. I'll likely be doing other ones. It's also going to be in my book. If you're like, when's the book coming out? If you want to be the first to find out, go to justinwink.com/VIP to be on my very important persons book list. And you'll be like the first to find out when it's coming out, and like other cool stuff. Like they've already got to see like some of the early cover art. You'll also be able to get the book for the lowest possible price. All sorts of fun stuff. And you'll probably also get the best bonuses. So definitely do encourage you to sign up for that, justinwink.com/VIP. So the ultimate life resume. What is the ultimate life resume? I'm sure you're probably familiar with the regular resume, which is you just list down like what you've accomplished professionally, right? Like, okay, I did this project where I maybe used this programming language, or I manage these numbers of people, which is all important. Maybe some of the skills that you have, like, I know how to program, or I know how to do report writing, or I know how to analyze data from certain types of data sets. So these are all important, and these are absolutely, totally part of the ultimate life resume. Yet there's so much more to it than that, because you are so much more. You have so many more dimensions. So one of the things about the ultimate life resume is it's the ultimate of your entire life. So there's this concept called transferable skills, where maybe you learn something in one area, and the direct thing isn't, but you gained a lot of skills that are transferable to something else. One example that I just know from like my life, right, is I started this podcast in late 2019, I believe, was the first podcast. Yet before I did the podcast, I was a Toastmaster, which is a great organization to help people with their communication and leadership skills. And I had started doing that in like 2014, 2015, where I'm getting up, I'm giving speeches, I'm giving talks. I'm also doing ad hoc talk for this, something they call table topics, which is somebody just goes, here's a topic, talk on it. And what is that like? That's like having a conversation with somebody where maybe they're going to say something, you got to come up with something. I'd already had all of these skills of running meetings, which transferred. And also this then led into work that I did, becoming sort of like a manager or team leads where, all right, I'm sort of running the show. And then that makes it really easy for me to jump into my podcast where this is my show. I have a team. I have my great editor, Joey, who helps out, and learning to like communicate, get things back and forth, and then communicate with you, my audience. So even though it's like I had no podcasting experience, I had all these transferable skills from all these other things that I had done. And you might be noticing that had nothing to do initially with my work, but things happen. Just like, losing your job or needing to transition to something else that, maybe isn't working for you in life. And when you know what you're capable of in all aspects, so part of it isn't accomplishments just in your career. It's accomplishments maybe in school. Maybe it's accomplishments in your community. Maybe you do things for groups that help you in spirituality or out volunteering in the community. Like, Toastmasters. I did a lot of things with that, which is technically not a job yet, ended up helping me get different types of roles in work, and then also led to other things outside of work too. So there's the accomplishments. And then there's the skills. And we often limit ourselves to just the skills that we think at the time are marketable. Yet you never know what skill might be marketable, right? Because things change. Like in the last few months, there's been an explosion of AI, which again is maybe something that causes a lot of people to worry. Yet one of the things that's really important that maybe hasn't been a big part of what you do in your day-to-day, but maybe is something you use elsewhere in your life, such as maybe you deal with children or things like, it's like, well, how to frame a question in a certain way to elicit a different type of response. Because maybe you want to get a child to do something. The current AIs, I think I heard something that they're like cognitively, they work at about the level of like a 7 or 8 year old. So if you got abilities working with 7 or 8 year old, you might now have the perfect skill set to be interacting with these current AIs. If you don't put down everything, and you're not going to have that available to you when you finally decide, what is it I really want to go for? That's the skills, like more skills. But then the other things that we forget about, which is a big part of the ultimate life resume, is relationships. Who do you know? Because this is one of the things that sometimes is frowned upon, yet it's just kind of a fact of life that our relationships help us get to where we go. They really led us to where we are now, and they're going to be a big part of getting us to where we want to go. And we like to think that, well, I just do everything on my own, or I just do everything based on my merit. Another way to look at that is the people you know, that is also a part of you. That is an aspect of you and what you've created, relationships you've cultivated, and how you use those to benefit yourself and others. Because if you know that you have amazing skills that can benefit people, and you don't go ask somebody that's in the position, hey, I would really love to do this. I believe I'm amazing at it. Do you know any positions, or do you know of any connections that could help me get the job or start the company or learn more about it? You're effectively being selfish. You're kind of being a selfish asshole by not putting yourself out there. And you might be like, that seems like kind of harsh. Yet when you are not letting yourself get out there because you don't want to quote unquote cheat, you're really just cheating yourself. We are an interconnected species designed to help each other out. And if you're not allowing others to help, then how are you going to be able to help other people? And again, maybe you're able to in a limited capacity, but if you get more help, aren't you going to be able to help even more people? Going through and like really understanding, like, well, who do you know? And how have they touched your life, and how can they play a bigger part? Sometimes you don't even know who's going to be a valuable part in your life. Like my book, the part of the way that came into being was a woman that I knew from going to the same yoga studio and having a really great connection like over 10 years ago. One day out of the blue goes, have you ever thought about writing a book? I said, yeah. And one thing led to another, and my book's going to be coming out here in the next couple months. You never know how these relationships are going to turn out. And the more that sometimes you can have that kind of in your consciousness and your awareness, then dots are going to connect one way or the other, and that's going to totally benefit you. because you don't have to do all this stuff alone. That's why I'm here. That's why you're listening, because part of you maybe knows that like there's some perspective, there's some ideas, there's some things that I could use some help on. And that's what we're all about. And you do that for other people. I know you've done it. Just maybe you've forgotten. Maybe you've forgotten all the people you helped. And that's a big part of the Ultimate Life resume. Then the other thing that is so critical, yet we don't give ourselves enough credit, is our health is fundamental to our wealth. What are you able to do with your body? What are you able to do with your emotions? What are you able to do with your mind? All of these things. Let's face it, like if you can't get out of bed, there's a lot of things you can't do. And you might go like, well, that's a pretty low bar. Yet there's people that don't have that bar. But yet, take Stephen Hawking's, the guy immobile, yet he has other aspects of his health that more than compensate for that, because his mental acuity and his emotional resilience are so off the charts that even given his physical constraints, he's able to do amazing things that I couldn't even imagine doing, right? And he's still able to, have love and all sorts of stuff. So there's some movie about him. It was phenomenal. Just going through the aspect of health that you do have that you can bring to bear also brings in opportunities as well. And then the final thing is, what experiences have you already had in life? Again, like going back to when I said the AI thing, like if you've had experience with kids, that might mean that you're going to be great with AI. But then also just the things of life, like dealing with loss. Like if you lost someone in your life, like how much more easily is it going to be to deal with, an ambiguous project where that project could just get canceled? We have these experiences, they help us grow, they help us evolve, and they allow us to do other things. And when you put this all down on paper and you become aware of it, the dots start to connect. And you might be going like, oh, Justin, this is all great. How do I actually go about it? Like I said, this is going to be one of the practical tools I offer in the book, which is why I want to offer something super special, super amazing, a gift to you for my birthday. I'm doing a workshop called the Unlock Your Ultimate Life Resume workshop. It's about just 1 hour. It's going to be taking place Wednesday, March 8th in 2023. So, future listener, I apologize. There's probably ways to get recordings. They probably have like a really cool recorded class. But if you're listening to this kind of in real time, Wednesday, March 8th, 2023, going to be 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, which is 8:30 p.m. Eastern. The recording will be made available. So if you can't tune in live, I still say sign up. There are limited spaces. I think like maybe I can only do like 30 people, something like that. So don't delay. And I'm doing it for a practically free price. Like usually I would do a workshop like this for $97. It's worth way more than that, because the amount that's going to come out in this 1 hour is going to be practically priceless. I'm doing it for just $7. Just $7. And you're going like, Justin, well, why not free? Because I got to have some reason for you to show up and actually do the thing. I figure if you pay $7, you'll probably actually show up. But if it's free, you just like click the thing and then you're like, I don't need that. But if you willing to pay $7, you probably need it. That's less than the cost of a sandwich nowadays. So wouldn't be knowing your ultimate life resume be worth the cost of a sandwich? It's going to nourish you way much better. And again, this is going to be used for not just only your resume. This can be used for like a dating profile or like a profile on LinkedIn. You're going to get stuff like this. You're also going to be able to use it for a bio, and you're going to be able to use it to just feel fucking amazing. Because when you see all of the stuff that you've accomplished, the skills you have, the people that you've connected with, the experiences you've had, all the aspects of health, you're going to go like, wow, this person's amazing. Like they shouldn't be worried about anything. Like, in fact, they probably should go start looking for a better job that's more fulfilling already, regardless if they get laid off or not. Really do want to offer that. So go to justinwink.com/birthday, because that special pricing and this offer is only going to be through my birthday, which is March 2nd. So midnight, March 2nd. Just do it, make it happen. There will be a recording. You'll get the recording. So even if you can't make it live, you'll still get to check it out. So what is this workshop not? I'm not going to tell you like how to write a resume. Like that's on fucking Google. That's on YouTube. You just go find a template. This is about getting that raw material that's so much more than you might put in a professional resume. So it's going to be that material and more, but I'm not going to tell you what format to do, like what word template, all that stuff. I'm not going to tell you keywords. That's something else. But this is something you can have and you can take to somebody else that knows that stuff. And then like 10 minutes, they'll put it in a beautiful format, or you can maybe put it in Chat GPT AI to do it now. At this point, you just like put that stuff out and say, create a resume. I don't know. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be fun. I do look forward to seeing you there. And yeah, I'm ready to enjoy my birthday, and I want to sort of share it with you. So again, sign up by March 2nd. The event is going to be held on March 8th. So I want to, get everybody signed up, be able to go like, cool, happy birthday to me. Have all these great people going to get some good stuff. And then the next week, we're going to have tons of fun unlocking your ultimate life resume. So thank you so much. Take care and good day. If you want to contact the show, email me at podcast@justinwink.com. That's Justin, W-E-N-C-K. And find me on social media, Justin Wink, Ph.D. on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube. And if you want ways so that you can relax, recharge, and reconnect, find the Tuesday 20 every Tuesday at 12:05 p.m. Pacific. It's only 20 minutes, and it's going to get you relaxed, recharged, and reconnected. It's on YouTube, and it's on Facebook. So looking forward to seeing you there.